it, go. Okay, properties of parallelograms. Okay, first one. Ernie, yo, shut lid, so you pay attention. Thank you. All right, first one. If it's a parallelogram, then opposite sides are parallel, right? Yeah. Now we're going backwards today. Now we have a four-sided figure. We have to figure out, is it a parallelogram? Well, if we have two pairs of opposite sides parallel, then we've got a parallelogram. Okay? If we have two pairs of opposite sides congruent, then we have a parallelogram. If we have opposite angles that are congruent, then we have a parallelogram. If we have four sets, actually 3 sets. If we have 3 sets of consecutive angles that are supplementary, that's the word I was looking for, supplementary, then we have a parallelogram. And if we have diagonals that bisect each other, then we have a parallelogram. The new one for today, if we have one pair of opposite sides that are parallel and congruent both, if they're both parallel and congruent, they're a parallelogram. So here's the opposite sides are congruent, makes a parallelogram. Opposite sides congruent, makes a parallelogram. Now, I know that angle 1 is supplementary to angle 2. So let's say this is 80 and this is 100. That's supplementary, right? If I know 2 and 4, if 1 is supplementary to 2 and it's supplementary to 4, do I have enough to say it's a parallelogram? And the answer is yes. If these are supplementary, that makes this parallel to this. If these are supplementary, this is parallel to this, and what do I have? Parallelogram. This says if consecutive sides are, or if consecutive angles are supplementary, then we have a parallelogram. If we have opposite angles congruent, then we have a parallelogram. Here, what do we have going? We want to prove it's a parallelogram, so what do I do with the sides? Set them equal to each other. If the opposite sides are equal, then we have a parallelogram. So 4r plus 7 equals 7r plus 1. Okay? So subtract 4r. So 7 equals 3r plus 1. Subtract 1. 3r equals 6. R equals 2. Plug the 2 in. What's 7 times 2? 14 plus 1 is 15. What's 4 times 2? 8 plus 7 is 15. Both these are 15. Now I got to figure out my s's. So s plus 5 equals 2s minus 2. Subtract s. So 5, that looks like an s. 5 equals s minus 2. So s equals 7. So if I stick a 7 in here, I get 12 for this. 14 minus 2 is 12 for this. 12 and 12. Diagonals bisect each other, then it's a parallelogram. If one pair of opposite sides are parallel and congruent, it's a parallelogram. So here's our diagonals one. AE is x plus 2. BE is 2. EC is 2x minus 2. DE is x minus 2. So what do I set equal to what? What would be the easiest one? 2 is equal to what? X minus 2. So we just add 2. X equals 4. So if x is 4, this is 6, and this is 6, this is 2, and this is 2. Makes a parallelogram. Is this a parallelogram? Is there enough to say that's a parallelogram? These are supplementary, so it makes this parallel to this. This is my, if one set of sides is both parallel and congruent, it's a parallelogram. This is a yes. A is 58, C is 58, B is 123. Does this make a parallelogram? Do the math, people. Is 123 plus 58 180? No. This one's a no. Okay, we have a pair of opposite angles congruent, but these are not supplementary. It does not work. Okay, last one. Monster truck is on a lift. For the monster truck not to roll off the lift, it has to come up horizontal to the ground. These two lines have to be parallel. So is this a parallelogram? Yeah. What do these two add up to? 180. This is both parallel, and since these are both 6, they're both congruent and parallel. It's a parallelogram. That's what it's all about. Boom, you may start.